Is it possible to make money in the stock market? Everybody asks that question. Is it even possible? There's just so many people say it's not. Some people say it's just a scam. Some people say it's gambling, but it's not. It's a discipline, and it's an art, and it's a science altogether, and it's totally possible to make money consistently in the market. And I am proof. I'm literally able to pull out at least $100 a day consistently in the market, give or take some red days here and there or some smaller green days, but on average I'm able to pull out between $100 to $200 a day trading stocks. And how I was able to do that was by putting in consistent effort over a long period of time, consistent quality effort over a long period of time. It doesn't matter how many hours you put in, it's about the quality hours. A lot of people, they get into trading stocks and they give it their all, and it's like they want it so bad, and they give it their all, and they trade and they study 18 hours a day for 3-4 weeks, 3 months, and then they end up burning out, and they say that they can't do it and it's impossible, and they keep having red days and it's not possible, and it's never going to happen for them. But that doesn't give them enough time. You need a lot of time. You need years. You need years to get there, and not just merely months. And that's why it's important not to burn yourself out in the beginning, and give yourself quality time of trading and studying, 3 or 4 hours a day, and then go about doing other things, and then coming back the next day and doing the same thing, and just doing that every day over a long period of time. And over the course of 2 or 3 years, you will log so many hours of quality study time and quality trading that you'll turn the corner eventually. It's just a matter of time, but you just can't burn yourself out or lose all your money before that happens. That is essentially the trick to getting to a profitable, consistent day trading strategy, is by consistently putting in effort and not getting yourself out of the game before then. And so what I did was I pretty much gave up on getting any sort of job that would interfere the time with me trading. So I wanted to be trading between 7 a.m. and 11 a.m. So what I did was, I gave up on the idea of having a 9 to 5, because at 9:30 the market opens. I can't be at a job and trying to trade while I'm at a job is just not going to work. So what I did was, I just settled for right now, something that can, pay the bills and just get me by, which was at the time, I'm doing waiting tables, and I'm working, in the afternoons and at the nights, and I'm trading in the morning, and I was doing that every day. I was trading in the morning. I haven't missed a day, unless it was a holiday and the market was closed, or a weekend. I haven't missed a day trading for 2 years. And I did that every day for 2 years, and at the end of 2 years, here I am sitting here, and I'm making consistently $100 a day, or more than $500 a week trading stocks. And I would never have thought I've gotten to this point, but I just want to share how I got here. And so many people, they think that's not possible, but it is, and you can get to this point, even though $500 is not a lot. But over a whole year, that's $25,000. What can you do with $25,000? You can buy a new car. You can buy a Toyota Camry. You can buy, a Nissan Maxima, or whatever. 2022 Nissan Maxima, Toyota Camry. Those are some nice cars, to be honest with you. But you can buy a new car. You can, put it in emergency savings. You can put it towards retirement. You can do a lot with $25,000, and that's $500 a week. And I'm telling you that it's possible, because I'm here. I'm doing it right now. But it just takes a long time to get your strategy. To develop the strategy for yourself. You have to develop the strategy for yourself. You need to get, your own feel for how to trade stocks. You can't directly copy trade somebody else. It's just not going to work. You need to have your own thought processes and your own ideas. That's the only way it's going to work. You have to think for yourself, but you can use other gurus to learn the basics. You can learn the chart patterns. You can learn how to read momentum. You can learn how to read macroeconomics. You can learn how to read news articles and which news articles are going to move the stock. You can learn how to read the level 2, the active trader ladder, the tape, different candlestick patterns. You can read so much, learn so much from other gurus, and then you take those basics, you take the fundamentals, and then you go into the market with it and you try to build something that works. That's what you have to do. And that is the learning curve. That's the deep end of the learning curve, is just learning the basics and then getting into the market and applying those and developing your own strategy and your own feel for trading stocks. Everybody's going to feel them different. Everyone is going to look at the chart differently. Even the people that I learned from, they're having different entries from me. They're having different exits from me, but we're both profitable. Maybe sometimes I'm green and on the day and they're red on the day, and I'm pretty much trading a similar strategy. However, my little things that I like to do is different from them. I have different entries, different exits. Someone might be chasing into a breakout. Someone might be buying dips. Someone might be buying off the lows. There's just so many different ways to do it. Someone might be shorting. There's so many different ways to trade the same stock. You just need to learn the fundamentals, and that's really the learning curve. So what I did was I learned the basics from pretty much the top gurus in the industry. You probably already know who they are. We're probably learning from the same people. And so I learned everything about patterns, everything about volume, how to read, company filings, how to find the float, what float is, what shares outstanding is, chart patterns, multi-day runners, how to find stocks in the day, pre-market gappers, after hours gappers, how to read, everything. So the tape is very important. That's definitely something that's key that you got to learn. But I learned the basics from those people, and then I started just trading with one share. I would literally trade with one share. I didn't care about the money because I knew I was thinking so long term that it didn't matter right now about how much money I was making. I was thinking 2, 3, 4 years in the future about where I would be, and I was making the sacrifice now for the future. And so I was trading one share and just trying to get consistent, trying to be green every day. And it took me 6 months to start making some money, maybe making a couple dollars consistently over a week or over a month. And then from there, I would trade 5 shares and then 10 shares and then 20 shares. And then I would have a big red day and it would wipe out all of my confidence and a lot of the gains that I made over a long period of time. And because I had no results of being profitable, it would destroy my confidence. And I felt like I was just like a failure trader, and that's going to happen because you're not going to have any results or to fall back on to show you that you're a profitable trader, you're a successful trader. And so you're going to feel like your dreams just like slipping through your fingers. But that's kind of part of it, because you need to get that consistency to back your confidence. And you can't just blindly have confidence that you're going to make it, because, you got to base it off of your results, or else it's just kind of like you're just hoping. You're just having, blind faith. Anybody pursuing this has to have some sort of blind faith starting from it. But you got to, before you size up, you got to have consistency, and that you need to have, 6 months or a year of consistency to even have that level of confidence to put more on the table. Because if you don't have it, you're going to literally have a panic attack anytime you try to size up with any sort of results backing you up. And so the way I did it was, after trading with 10 shares and just having green weeks and green months consistently over a course of a year. My first year I made about $1,000 in 1 year of trading. I was trading 10 and 20 shares at a time, and I was able to make $1,000, and that's enough to show me that I am a profitable trader. My strategy is working. And so from there, I just doubled it. I doubled it again, and then I doubled it and doubled it and doubled it and doubled it. And I was consistent every week and every month. and it showed me that my strategy works. And now I'm here trading 400 shares at a time, or roughly about $4,000 or $5,000 position size, and I'm able to take away at least $100 a day consistently from the stock market. And that just is from consistent effort over a long period of time. That's really the secret of what happened with me, and probably everybody else. So you just got to hang in there, and just have to put consistent effort and consistent quality effort over a long period of time. And that's really how I turned the corner. It's nothing really crazy story. I pretty much just sacrificed everything else. I didn't want to do anything else. I knew I wanted to do this, and I started to just develop my strategy by just looking at the charts and just reading everything, reading the volume, reading the patterns, and then just taking stabs at it with very small size, to where taking a loss isn't gonna devastate me financially. And then after, eventually I just was consistent. I could just read the chart. I could read the momentum. I could read where the buyers were, where the sellers were, where the price was headed. I could read it. I could feel it. And that's when I knew that I could size up, because I was just more consistent. I was confident. I was more consistent. And I've just been sizing up ever since. And now I'm here trading 400, 500 shares, and $4,000, $5,000 position size, and able to make $100 a day. Hopefully, I'm working towards, my goal here is to, eventually start making $500 a day, or $300 to $500 a day, and not just merely $100 to $200 a day. And that's just going to go through my same motto, is just by showing up every day, not missing a day, and putting in quality effort and learning from other people. A lot of other people are going to have different perspectives. It's definitely good to learn from other people, but the main person you got to learn from is yourself. And you got to be able to formulate your own ideas and trust yourself. And the way you trust yourself is by having consistent results over a long period of time, whether that be on 1 share, 10 shares, it doesn't matter. As long as you have those results that show you that you're a profitable trader, then you can start to trust yourself and your own ideas, and that's how you can make more money. So that's how you make $100 a week. $100 a day, or $500 a week in the stock market. Takes some time, but it's definitely worth it. Everybody's dream when they get into trading, they're like, oh, I'm never gonna have to work again. It's just that I'm gonna trade, and I'm gonna be raking in the money. It's not exactly like that from the beginning, but you can get there, and it is possible. You just got to put in a lot of work, and you have to know that coming in. You can't be thinking that you're going to do it in 6 months. It's just not realistic, and you're going to beat yourself up a lot in the beginning. So I wish you all the luck, and you got to be a little crazy to trade, but it's possible, and you can probably do it. So just keep putting in quality, consistent effort, and it's only the time is the last factor, and that's what will make you successful. So, all right, see ya. Peace.